This segment sponsored by Aesthetic Center at Woodhome.
Today we are talking trends in the beauty industry with experts in plastic surgery.
Have you heard of thread lifts? Dr. Ira Papel is here to explain what it is and how it works. Hi, Dr. Papel.
Hey, good morning.
So tell us all about thread lifts. What is it? We're hearing about it.
Thread lifts have been around for quite a while now. They really came out about 15 years ago, and it was a way of suspending the cheek, the jowl, and the neck using threads under the skin. And they were really more like fishing line, and they had little barbs in them. And at first there was a lot of excitement, but then it kind of died down because there were problems. There were really two, that some of the lines were coming out or getting infected, and the length of the lift wasn't very long. You know, 3 to 5 months later, it was pretty much all gone. And then recently, in the last 2 to 3 years, there's been a revival of this with a different kind of thread, something that's absorbable. And they've become very popular, they're very expensive, but the problem is they don't last. And you know, 3 to 4 months later, you're left pretty much as you were.
Wow.
And that's a problem. And there are many other alternatives for that, which really work better.
Okay.
So talk to us kind of about the evolution of it now. Where are we today and how have they really been able to do better with it?
Well, the thread lifts have been examined now for quite a while, and the scientific evidence is that they just don't last. So we don't really push that anymore and advise people not to go in that direction. Not that they're dangerous, it's just that they don't last. And for the price they put into it, there are better things they can do. With the face, we all know it's about losing volume in certain areas and also gravity, bringing things down as your skin loses elasticity. So replacing the volume, and you can do that surgically or non-surgically, and providing a real lift through either minimal or major surgical procedures can make a much bigger difference that can last for many years. And that's really what people should look at.
Okay.
So what do you recommend then instead of the thread lift?
Well, for people that don't need a lot of lift, just replacing volume, either with off-the-shelf fillers, with brand names you've probably heard, or with your own natural fat will help quite a bit. For those who want a lift, we have minimal surgical procedures that can provide that. And if you have a lot of laxity, you need something more. And then we're talking surgical procedures.
So for the minimal surgical procedures, what are some of those options?
We have things that are called mini lifts, where it's less extensive than a full facelift, but for someone who doesn't need much, it can be very good and it can last for several years. Whereas there are people who need more, and I think you can, in your mind, picture someone who has a lot of laxity versus someone who has a little bit. Somewhat age dependent, but also health dependent as well.
So what's the process? We walk into your office, we meet with the doctor. How do we go from there?
The most important thing is to have an individual consultation to figure out exactly what each one of us needs. We're all different. You know, one of us may need volume, one may need more lifting, one may need one or the other, and it all depends. And that's where that personal consultation, where you examine all the things that are possible and then find out what fits you individually. Because we're all so different.
Right.
No two people are the same. And that's the expertise we bring in our practice, is that we do this all the time. And we can provide a wide range of services, whether it's an injectable or surgery, and that's something not all places can do.
Right. Right. Well, I think we both have been to you guys, know people that have been to you guys, and we vouch for them personally. So where can people go to get more information if they do want to visit you?
Our website is www.facial-plasticsurgery.com, and our phone number is 410-486-3400.
Very good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.